Herpes on face. Herpes on face aren't usually serious and can be treated by a pharmacist. Your pharmacist may recommend that you contact your GP practice if required. If you've had outbreaks of herpes on face before, it's likely that you'll know what they are if they return. You only need to visit your pharmacist if you're unsure whether it's a herpes on face or if it's severe and spreading further than just the lip. See your pharmacist if a herpes on face hasn't healed after 7 to 10 days. What causes herpes on face? The strain of herpes simplex virus usually responsible for herpes on face is known as HSV1. In rare cases, herpes on face can also be caused by the herpes simplex virus type 2, HSV2. This can be the result of having oral sex with someone who has genital herpes. Read more about the causes of herpes on face. Herpes simplex virus. The herpes simplex virus or herpes on face virus is highly contagious and can be easily passed from person to person by close direct contact. After someone has contracted the virus, it remains inactive, dormant, most of the time. However, every so often the virus can be activated by certain triggers, resulting in an outbreak of herpes on face. These triggers vary from person to person, but can include sunlight, fatigue, an injury to the affected area, and, in women, their period. Some people have frequently recurring herpes on face around 2 or 3 times a year, while others have one herpes on face and never have another. Some people never get herpes on face at all because the virus never becomes active. Treating herpes on face. Herpes on face usually clear up by themselves without treatment within 7 to 10 days. However, antiviral creams are available over the counter from pharmacies without a prescription. If used correctly, these can help ease your symptoms and speed up the healing time. To be effective, these treatments should be applied as soon as the first signs of a herpes on face appear when you feel a tingling, itching or burning sensation around your mouth. Using an antiviral cream after this initial period is unlikely to have much of an effect. Herpes on face patches are also available that contain hydrocolloid gel, which is an effective treatment for skin wounds. The patch is placed over the herpes on face while it heals. Antiviral tablets may be prescribed for severe cases. Read more about treating herpes on face. Complications of herpes on face. Herpes on face are usually mild, but may cause complications in rare cases. People with weak immune systems caused by illness or treatments such as chemotherapy are particularly at risk of complications. Dehydration sometimes occurs if drinking fluids becomes painful. Young children are particularly at risk of becoming dehydrated. The herpes simplex virus can also spread to other parts of your body. Examples of when this can occur include skin infections. These often occur if the virus comes into contact with broken skin, such as a cut or graze, or a skin condition such as eczema. Herpetic whitlow, whitlow finger. This causes painful sores and blisters to appear on and around your fingers. Herpetic keratoconjunctivitis. This causes swelling and irritation, inflammation, of your eye area and sores to develop on your eyelids. Left untreated, herpetic keratoconjunctivitis can cause the cornea, the transparent layer at the front of your eye, to become infected, which can eventually lead to blindness. It's therefore important not to touch your eyes if you have an unhealed herpes on face. If you must touch your eyes, for example, to remove contact lenses, wash your hands thoroughly first. In very rare cases, encephalitis, a condition where the brain becomes inflamed and swollen, can be caused by the herpes on face virus spreading to the brain. It can be treated with intravenous injections of antiviral medications, such as acyclovir. Preventing infection. It's not possible to prevent infection with the herpes simplex virus or prevent outbreaks of herpes on face, but you can take steps to minimize the spread of infection. Herpes on face are at their most contagious when they burst, rupture, but remain contagious until they're completely healed. Avoid close contact with others until your herpes on face has completely healed and disappeared. However, there's no need to stay away from work or Mississippi school if you or your child have a herpes on face. You can help minimize the risk of the herpes on face virus spreading and herpes on face recurring by following the advice below. Avoid touching herpes on face unless you're applying herpes on face cream. Creams should be dabbed on gently rather than rubbed in, as this can damage your skin. Further, always wash your hands before and after applying herpes on face cream and after touching the affected area. Don't share herpes on face creams or medication with other people as this can cause the infection to spread. Don't share items that come into contact with the affected area, such as lipsticks or cutlery. Avoid kissing and oral sex until your herpes on face have completely healed. Be particularly careful around newborn babies, pregnant women, and people with a low immune system, such as those with HIV or those having chemotherapy. If you know what usually triggers your herpes on face, try to avoid the triggers. For example, a sunblock lip balm, SPF 15 or higher, may help prevent herpes on face triggered by bright sunlight. Herpes on face. Herpes on face treatment. Herpes on face in Hindi. Herpes on face and neck. Herpes on face cheek. Herpes on face how to get rid of. Herpes on face baby. Herpes on face and head. Herpes pimples on face. Herpes zoster on face. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel for my upcoming herpes treatment videos.